Hey, Mortgage Coach community, Dave Savage here, and as my special guest today, I have Jen DuPlessis. Good morning, Jen.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
Good.
So
Good.
I hope everybody had a good Labor Day. But we've got some big news. We've got Jen DuPlessis, who's a big leader in the Mortgage Coach community, has done hundreds of Mortgage Coach, thousands of Mortgage Coach total cost analysis. She's a top performing loan officer, and she's got a new book that's going live on Amazon today. Congratulations, Jen.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm excited.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
so excited.
and it's an awesome book. I really like it a lot. I highly recommend it to the mortgage professionals. So just for anybody who doesn't know who you are, if you could just give us a feel for how much production you do as a producer, and then talk about what else you're doing, and then let's get into the book.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, so this year I'm on track to do about 55 million, something like that. It's an off year for everybody. I mean, I've had better years. I've had some worse years too. I mean, that happens. And you just kind of plug along. I've been in lending for 34 years. I also have a podcast called Mortgage Lending Mastery, so you can listen to that as well. And, I don't think you want to know everything else I do because I would make you tired just listening to what I do.
Well, the fact that you said, "Oh, I'm doing 55 million, and that's an off year," that is like what everybody wants to do. That's the number everybody wants to get to. So Jen is amazing. If you are part of our Mortgage Coach Productivity Mastermind on Fridays, she's a regular leader on that call. Appreciate everything you do for the Mortgage Coach community because you're an amazing mentor to the Mortgage Coach community. So let's get into some big ideas, and then I want to close out whether people buy your book or not, like a big idea or a script, some piece of value. But not to mention, I mean, every time I talk to you, it's valuable. But why should a loan officer buy the book? What are they going to get from it?
Okay, well, I set out to write the book to help people. I mean, that's the bottom line. I wanted to help everybody. I get tons of questions all the time, and I thought, well, you know what? And people always say, can I pick your brain? And so here we go. You've picked my brain. It's in a book. That's where it's at. And I set out to write the book so that people who don't like to read are going to be happy with this. It's not meant to be read from end to end. You certainly can, but it's a chicken soup for the soul. So if you just peel off a piece, each chapter is maximum 2.5 pages. Each chapter, like yeah, and each chapter at the end has some Jen's jots where they're actionable items. In the back of the book, there's even a place where you can write notes. I have a whole notes section in the back as well. And so that's really what it was meant to be, is like take an idea and sort of run with it, that day if you need a little inspiration. The other part was I wanted everyone to be able to share this with their referral partners and to kind of work through the book together. So as you're meeting with your referral partners, one of the things that we want to do as mortgage coach, specialists is dig a little deeper into the relationship, find out what their challenges are, what they need help with. And this will allow you to sort of walk through with them, challenges and ideas. And so if you have someone who says, I really don't know how to make phone calls, there's a section in there on what to say when you make a phone call. So it's great. Now you can share it with your partners as well. And so that was, and I really meant for this book never to be put down, to always be walk around with you, have a workbook, have something available all the time. I want you to make a mess out of it, highlight the heck out of it, dog ear it, paper clip it, and use it as a workbook. And you haven't shown them the surprise in the book too, right behind the cover.
Yeah, if you get the book, obviously awesome cover, but it's got two covers. If you take the cover off, you've got a beautiful cover, and I love that. I love that.
Yeah. I do too. And I just wanted everyone to be able to kind of walk around with it and be able to, share as many ideas as we possibly can and make it easy to implement. I'm all about the action. The subtitle is How to Take Your Business to New Heights, but there's another subtitle that's mine, which is Stop Talking, Take Action. And I wanted to show people how, not just what we need to do, but how to do it.
Yeah, well, I think it's evident. You can see the chapters; they're short,
very tiny,
and they're all very actionable. Like if I need a script for something, it's in here. If I need a tactic for something, it's in here.
Yeah.
What tools you use. I mean, it's a really solid book. You're an incredible mortgage professional, and you're a great teacher. So I highly recommend this book for everybody. So we're about 5 minutes into this conversation. I'd like to keep it to around 7 or 8. But
Yep.
if there was an idea that we could give everybody right now, or a script, what would be like one to 2 minute nugget that whether they buy your book or not, they're getting something of value from Jen?
Yeah, okay, well, we've talked a ton about time management, so I'm going to leave that for them watching, today or Friday's video about time management. So I think probably the biggest thing would be the chapter that's called Before We Hang Up.
Okay,
And
before we hang up.
before we hang up, so if I could give someone just one little tip, is every single phone call that you're on, it's sort of the Columbo sort of thing. Remember how you used to walk out of the room and then you go, oh, there's this one thing I want to ask you. And so before you hang up is a very easy script is when you're talking with people, before you hang up, just as you're about ready to finish the phone call, you say, oh, before we hang up, I meant to ask you to come to my mortgage class, to my mortgage math class. Do you think you could make it to it? Or before we hang up, is there someone that you're working with right now that you're really challenged with that maybe I could be a second look at? Before you hang up, I'm expanding my business to work with small builders who build between 5 and 20 homes a year. Who do you know that you could introduce me to or that you feel comfortable in introducing me to? Before we hang up, is there anyone else who just found out they're engaged like you are that would be interested in buying a home? So it's a very easy catchphrase to kind of move you into asking for the business. So if I could give you just one thing right there, boom, that's
Boom. And basically what you did is everybody that can create that habit of doing that, you could take every call and incrementally get more value. And let's face it, if you believe in yourself the way I do, the way Jen does, the way all the best loan officers in America do, you're getting more and they're getting more. You're helping more people. I love that, Jen. So here's the deal, Mortgage Coach. It's on Amazon today. If you haven't already bought it, buy it. And if you've already bought it, get one for your realtor. Go online today. I'm gonna put a link below. So a link below, you don't have to go Google search it, click on it. And then also, Jen is a regular on our Friday mastermind at the beginning of this. She mentioned, I'm not gonna do time management because I'm gonna put a link to that below because Jen spent like 40 minutes today just schooling us on how to do jam sessions, how to be more effective. And she talked for another hour about her book. So check that out below.
Right. Sounds good.
All right.
Thank you, Dave.
Have a good one, Jen. Have an awesome week, and let me know how many sales you made this week.
Sounds good. All right.
care.
Thanks. Bye.